Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to give you a field report from my Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, and I wanted to give a update on the second session in this ongoing campaign, and give you an update on what happened. So, it was a villain game. All the players were playing villains, and around the table we had Green Goblin, Thanos, Gore the God Butcher, Carnage, a high-tech android created by AIM. That was a custom character named John Doe. And let's go it around. Thanos, Gore the God Butcher, Green Goblin, Carnage, and then John Doe, the AIM high-tech android. So the game starts in nowhere, Know, nowhere, where the Guardians of the Galaxy went in their films, right? And all of the characters that I just mentioned have been called by the Collector, and the Collector has called them there to quest them, right? Like to give them a quest, right? So they're all literally waiting outside the Collector's building to get their quest from the Collector, and I interrupted that with a building about 3 buildings down literally exploding. So they're waiting in line to see the Collector outside the Collector's home, and a building 3 buildings down explodes, right? And out of all, people die in the explosion, and out of this explosion walks a woman, and that woman is Enchantress, and she uses her spells to amplify her voice, and she cries out and she says, Spiderman has killed Red Skull, okay, on Earth, and Spider-Man has allowed Red Skull to rot in an abandoned textile building, and didn't even bury him, right? And I am furious. And I am saying now that anyone who brings me Spider-Man alive or the corpse of Red Skull will get my blessing. And she just kind of shouts this to the street. In the middle of a building, she's just exploded. And 5 people have already died in the explosion of the building, right? And 5 people are injured, right? So what happens next, right? So my player characters all witness this, right? And they immediately begin to make their way over, right? So there are 5 injured bystanders, right? Not ones that are dead, but that are dying, right? So Carnage immediately goes up and begins to eat one. That's my player character, right? I'm like, wow, welcome to villain games. Okay, this is what happens, right? In addition to that, so that was Carnage, and then Gore the God Butcher does exactly the same. Goes up and attacks an innocent bystander who's simply dying, right? And I'm like, wow, man, this is escalating quickly, right? And then Green Goblin does the same thing. So 3 of my players immediately begin attacking defenseless dying bystanders. I'm like, holy cows, man, this villain game, man, this is something, right? So this all happens, and out of the building come to avenge these poor bystanders. Oh, and by the way, Thanos remains waiting for the Collector, and Thanos says, I ain't getting involved in any of that Enchantress nonsense. I'm going to remain here for the Collector because I want to get the Reality Stone, right, from the Collector, right? And then John Doe, the AIM, also holds back, right? So immediately, Moon Knight and Spider-Man Miles Morales come out and immediately begin attacking Green Goblin, Carnage, and Gore the God Butcher, who attacked these innocent bystanders, right? Get this. Carnage, so Moon Knight, immediately attacks Carnage. And Miles Morales attacks Green Goblin, right? And Gore the God Butcher continues to failed to kill the innocent bystander, and continues to try to kill the innocent bystander, right? Get this. Carnage kills Moon Knight and then kills Miles Morales, right? Who do damage Carnage pretty badly, and also damage Norman Osborn, Green Goblin. Gore the God Butcher is failing to kill this innocent bystander, and has put his spear through the innocent bystander into the ground and cannot withdraw his sword, right? Which is a problem, because Gore God Butcher is completely powerless without his sword, right? So he needs to get back. So he starts an investigation on why Gore God Butcher, rank 6 villain, cannot take down an average citizen, right? Well, the reason why is in that building that just blew up behind Enchantress, seeing all of this, is Hela. Hela is sitting there, and she is not happy with Gore the God Butcher, right? So at this point, that's where, that's about halfway through. We had an intermission at that point, and I'm going to cut this video here, and I'll give you the additional material that happened within the session in a later video. But I just wanted to say thank you. I'm very excited about the Marvel Multiverse RPG. This thing is truly fantastic. The reason I'm giving it time and attention is, in my opinion, it is the full-on inheritor of everything that's cool about Dungeons & Dragons. It's Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with about 20 fixes. It is incredible. Matt Forbeck knocked it out of the park with this thing. If you don't have this book yet, get it. I think this thing is going to be a real winner. And by the way, I think already Margaret Weis should feel ashamed for what she did. Like 10 years ago, Margaret Weis built this Marvel game that was unplayable. This thing is highly playable and rocks. It is really, really cool. Every single word of that is my humble opinion. I'd love to hear what's your opinion of what happened. Is this normal for a villain game? It seems like really accelerated. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.